Gorgeous soul, and welcome to This Girl Shine Sisterhood. My name's Julie, and if you're like me, you're navigating this strange, weird time that is midlife. If you're aged between 40 and 70 or even above, and you're looking for a quiet corner of the internet where you just are seen, heard, and supported, then look no further. You found it. We're all navigating something different, but at the core of what we're doing, it's feeling like we're lost, we're overwhelmed, we don't know where to turn. And every time we log on to Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or any of those other social media platforms, we're just bombarded by men in their 30s telling us how we should train when we're going through menopause or we have our period. What do they know? They can't relate. I've lived a journey, as most of you have. Our journeys have probably been very different. Mine started as a cancer journey. And I say that's where it started because that's when things started to change. That's when I took the long road to recovery, feeling a way that I thought I would never feel. I was in the fitness industry. I had been an amateur bodybuilder. I was basically living my dream, and it came out of nowhere, this diagnosis. Yes, I felt tired, but honestly, I was working two jobs, single mum, and I was doing 13-hour days. So if I felt tired, that just seemed like normal, right? But then it wasn't. And then my life turned on its head. And I'm not going to go into that journey. You can read more of my story in the About section. And I hope that you do. And I'm happy to speak to anyone who can relate to that. But what I realized was I once lived a life where, well, I was competing. So if I needed to drop 10 or 15 kilos, then my body would allow me to do that. And if I decided that I wanted to train twice a day, my body would allow me to do that. And then cancer happened, recovery happened, and I had to muster the energy to, well, fall in love with myself again because I fell out of it. And so that doesn't matter if you've been through sickness or an injury, maybe you've been through divorce or a relationship that didn't go the way that you wanted to. That's your journey, but we can live that together. And what I've noticed over, and sorry, I don't want this video to go on and on and on, but I just want you to know that if you've landed here in the sisterhood, you've landed here for a reason. So already at the time of recording this video, I think I have about 12 or 14 members. I hope that you're number 20. I hope that you're number 50. And if you are, just know that we have women in here who are navigating teen years. So you know that just like our hormones are changing, that teenage journey, or what people are saying now, that era, that is difficult. It's difficult for them and it's difficult for us as mothers. We have women in their 50s that are just starting the menopause journey. We have women in here that are just starting the perimenopause journey. And that's a wild ride. We have women that are in menopause. They've come out the other side, and so they will be sharing their wisdom with you as well. But the thing is that you can't be fixed, and you don't need to be fixed, and you shouldn't think of yourself in that way. Yes, we want to lose weight. Yes, we want to feel better about ourselves, but we've got some work to do to get there. And that's why I've created this space for it to be a 360 holistic approach to falling in love with your body again, feeling better, feeling stronger, and feeling supported. So you will find tiny mini segments that allow you to just take a breath and become calm, and also look deeper within yourself. And remember the things that really have set you up for success. you need to just remember that everything has led you to this point. And you can feel good about yourself, great about yourself again. You just need to find small, tiny pockets of time in your day to do that and to remind you of that. So there are little mini 5-minute audio affirmations that you can listen to morning or night. And I'm going to do a tour of the classroom just so that you can see what's inside there. But I just want you to love yourself. Finding small, tiny pockets of time is what's going to get you there. Self-care doesn't have to be this big, massive 2 or 3 hour carve out of time that you find in a week. And to be honest, we don't have time for that. We are mums, we are wives, we are partners, we are business owners. We are navigating the next journey of semi-retirement and what that looks like, trying to create and find friendships. And I hope that you do that there. Currently, we have women from all over the globe in here. And that just goes to show you that it doesn't matter where you're living. We're all kind of going through the same thing. So back to what you can find in here. I've created interactive, small little mindful shifts and little breaths of fresh air, if you like, that just is going to remind you that you're not alone and that you just need to start doing these tiny little shifts for things to start to change. Let's call it little habit stacking. If you create yourself a habit where the first thing that you do in the morning is listen to a 5-minute affirmation, you will be surprised how that totally changes your day. And you can come back and revisit that anytime. There is a 6-week mindfulness challenge. There is a larger 13-week self-love and body confidence challenge, which I did maybe 3 or 4 years ago with a beautiful group of women who still to this day praise themselves for doing that work because it shifted so many things for them. Oh, I could go on and on, but honestly, join. It's $19 a month and you can cancel anytime. So why not come on in, spend a month with us? Consider me your personal coach for health, wellness, well-being, journaling, meditation. And when I say meditation, I don't mean that spiritual, I say woo-woo kind, and apologies to anyone in here who is in that space, but different strokes for different folks. So I do a storytelling style of guided visualization where I ask you to dig a little deeper, close your eyes, let yourself be taken to a place that is nostalgic, like cartwheels in a big open park, like twirling, like no one's watching, like bouncing on a pogo stick. Remember those days? Remember the youth of it? We just need to get back to that. So don't let anyone tell you that you need a shake or a supplement. What you need is to get back to yourself and to share in the community, because the more love that you get from other women that you know are going through the same thing or have gone through the same thing, the better you're going to feel. The more open you will be and the better your life will be. So come and join the sisterhood. Just click the join button. Come and dance with me for 30 days. If you don't love it, you can cancel. I'd be sorry to see you go, but I know this is the place that you need to be. So welcome again to this Girl Shine Sisterhood. I'm so happy you're here, and I hope to meet you soon inside. Have a beautiful day.